Hey guys, this is Rob9X. I'm going to get straight into this. I'm going to carry on with the huge patch updates that are coming out. I'm going to talk about the weapons that are being changed now, and there's a hell of a lot of changes here. So I'm literally going to just scroll my way through them, ring off as many as I can in this video. I didn't have any footage left on my computer of Battlefield, so I literally just chucked in a few hours of gameplay and just got a few bits on it. So this is the video and the gameplay you'll see in the background. Okay, so let's start with these weapon updates. Okay, first off, added extended mags to the AS Val. The extended mags can be unlocked at 200 kills with the AS Val. Reduced the recoil of the SKS rifle and increased its maximum damage at close range. So that's one thing they've done with the snipers, is the kind of one-hit kill in the torso close up. I think there's some more of that mentioned earlier. I mean later on, and so I'm actually really looking forward to that. Although I do not want people with the SKS and the without the bolt action, just running around, just doing people in. So I'm a bit cautious of that, but we'll see how it goes. Okay, I'm going to go through these quite quick now. Fixed aimed firing max accuracy on the Perchinek to be consistent with other LMGs. Okay. Semi-automatic and automatic shotguns firing frag rounds now do slightly less splash damage. Good. You know what? Take out those frag rounds altogether. I fucking hate them. The M26 mass frag and slug rounds are now the more effective pump action versions. The M26 mass and M320 now benefit from the laser sight when mounted with an underslung rail. I love the M320. I don't really use the M26 much, but the laser sight, I know it helps with the steady hip firing. Doesn't really bother me that much. Fixed the bolt action timer on the L96 that will cause an animation glitch. Don't use the L96, I can't comment on that. The 9x39mm rounds no longer benefit from the sniper headshot bonus. Increase the damage of the 9x39mm rounds at long range. Fix the AKS 74U damage at max range. It was incorrectly higher than other carbines. What we got? Increase the damage of the .357 and .44 Magnum rounds at max range. All semi-automatic and bolt weapons, including all shotgun slugs, now have their maximum damage out to 15 meters. So that's quite good, because the amount of times I get taken out by a shotgun, I'm literally like 50 yards away or more. So I'm really happy about that. Semi-automatic weapons will no longer jam if the player presses the fire faster than the weapon is capable of shooting. Some semi-automatic weapons have had their rates of fire adjusted to fit this change. Okay, I haven't had a gun that's jammed, but fair enough. Bolt action sniper rounds now have a chance to kill at close range if the player is hit in the upper chest. Now that I'm loving. To be able to run around, I guess some people will be going, oh, quick scoping is getting like COD. I think that's brilliant. Since when can you shoot a person with the ridiculously sized huge sniper in like the chest from say 30 yards, even less, and they just run around? Oh god, that annoys me. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. Hopefully get some good sniper playing when that comes out. Semi-automatic sniper rifles, assault rifles, LMGs and shotgun slugs now have more consistent damage over long range. At maximum range, shots to the legs will not require more hits to kill. Okay, that's a pretty good one as well. Let's see, the spread for flat-jet rounds has been reduced slightly on all shotguns. The spread for buckshot has been reduced on the M1014, the Dow 12 and the S12K. These weapons have an accuracy advantage over the USAS 12, but are not as accurate as the 870. So one thing I've noticed going through these weapon fixes is they've kind of adjusted things in accordance to the other weapons. So they've made each weapon into their certain class. Some may be more powerful, so they reduce the recoil on it. I don't know. I really feel like they have gone out of their way to try and make this game a lot better now. Okay, zoom-in shotguns with buckshot and flat-jet rounds. Flat-jet loads. It will now result in a slightly tighter cone for the pellets. That's fair enough, I guess. Reduce the delay time between quick knife attempts slightly. Attacks with a knife drawn are still significantly faster. I mean, everyone knows we need to sort the knifing out so much. Fix the rate of fire when the USAS and the MK3A1 are equipped with frag rounds. All other shotguns correctly had a reduced rate of fire with frags except the USAS and the MK3A1. Okay, cool, okay. It's all about having a reduced rate of fire with those. Fix an accuracy bug when the MK3A1 shotgun is equipped with frag or slug rounds. Shotguns equipped with slugs will no longer automatically begin reloading if the weapon is zoomed when the clip is empty. This allows players to see where the slug lands before reloading. All that means really is just helping shotguns out more. Fixed 12, the 12G frag rounds, not breaking glass at long range. Players can now earn the shotgun ribbon using the M26 mass. The underslung grenade launchers for Russian rifles now properly report GP30 in the kill log. Fix the AEK 971 40mm shotgun round, listing itself as frag in the kill log. Fix the 40mm smoke grenade so it no longer passes through soldiers and unbroken objects before it detonates. Okay, so we're almost not far off halfway through, and there's tons more weapons updates to go through. So I'm literally just going to carry on reading through them. May get obviously quite repetitive, just hearing me not shut up, but here we go. So here, several weapons have had recoil or accuracy adjusted in order to balance these weapons in effectiveness and also increase the feeling of individuality in each gun. Okay, so effectiveness and also, sorry, okay, if don't really know, it looks like they've carried on sentences, but I'm not sure. Okay, yeah, sorry, they've actually written the same line twice there. So M27 IAR, no change. The M27 is a heavier version of the M416, giving it good all-round performance, though it has worse performance on the move. RPK reduced the initial recoil and vertical recoil. The RPK is a more stable firing platform than the comparable M27, though it lacks the M27's higher rate of fire. The M249 added an initial recoil. The M249 is the fastest firing belt-fed LMG, giving it superior suppressive and damaged abilities. The initial recoil makes it a bit harder to run a gun while making little overall impact on the performance. I like that gun, and to be honest, I don't think it was overpowered at all, so I'm not sure about this change here. Okay, Type 88 slightly increased the initial recoil, reduced muzzle drift. The Type 88 fires the slowest of the medium caliber LMGs, though what it lacks in a rate of fire it makes up for in controllability. Fair enough. PKP reduced recoil, but added a slight initial recoil, increased damage at max range. The Percheneg, I may be pronouncing that wrong, so apologies for that. Has a heavy vertical recoil with a hard hitting round and little drift. This makes it excellent at sustained fire. M60 reduced the initial recoil, increased damage at all ranges. The M60 has a very low rate of fire that makes it the most controllable with the powerful 7.62 times 51mm round. The M240B added an initial recoil, increased damage at all ranges, the fastest firing medium MG. The M240 has a sustainable muzzle kick and drift that makes all that power difficult to control. So it looks like they're changing the kind of muzzle drifts, the initial recoil, to kind of equal out the guns, especially for the LMGs. The QBB95 reduced the total recoil but increased muzzle drift and initial recoil. The QBB95 should now kick hard up but settle into full auto fire better. Combined with the ball pop hip fire bonus, this makes the QBB95 a highly mobile LMG. MG36 added initial recoil. The MG36 fires at a fast 750 RPM and makes a nice middle ground between the controllability of a clip LMG and sustained firepower of a belt-fed LMG. Okay, so on to some shotguns here. 870, no change. 870 is a popular and highly effective weapon. Fair enough. The Dow 12 reduced the total pellets fired from 12 to 9. The Dow 12 has a higher magazine capacity with a slow reload that makes it a solid all-round shotgun. M1014 increased the rate of fire from 200 max to 210 max. Reduced the total pellets fired from 12 to 9. The M1014 was underperforming compared to the UCS12 and 870. It should now be more viable in CQB thanks to a higher rate of fire. So a lot of these guns will have to change. We have to get used to them now. The S12K increased extended mag from 8 rounds to 10 rounds. Reduced the total pellets fired from 12 to 9. The S12K larger extended magazine but slower rate of fire should make it stand out against the M1014, while the Dow 12 has a higher capacity overall but a slow reload. The MK3A1 increased magazine capacity to 8 and 12 for normal and extended mag respectively, reduced the total pellets fired from 12 to 9. The MK3A1 has a lower ROF than the UCS12, giving it slightly more ammo makes it an edge beat the UCS. So there's a slower rate of fire than the UCS12. Okay, the UCS12 increased the initial recoil, reduced the total pellets fired from 12 to 9. The UCS12 has a higher rate of fire than other shotguns. The recoil change better balances that advantage and the pellets balance its damage output. Okay, so I'm running out of time here, but there's still loads more to go through, so I'll carry on for a little bit. The M4A1, no change. Okay, that'll do. The M4 increased vertical recoil, reduced horizontal recoil. The burst-only M4 should now feel different to its automatic sibling. The reduced horizontal recoil emphasises the greater control you have in burst fire. The AKS-74U reduced initial recoil and vertical recoil. The AKS-74U's low rate of fire is paired with great controllability. The overall increase in sustained fire control should help this carbine stand out, while the first kick gives it character. So it looks like this gun may stand out. I like the with the automatic rifles. I think there's some big changes going on here. The SG553 reduced recoil, initial recoil and vertical recoil. It's a lower rate of fire carbine with greater controllability than the G36C. The change to the initial recoil should better highlight this difference. Quickly try and get a few more done. The SCAR increased damage at maximum range and increased max range. The SCAR fires a heavy round than all other carbines, giving it better stopping power at range at the cost of a low fire rate that penalises it in close quarter combat. I'm guessing that means. What are the main guns here? The AK-74 reduced initial recoil and vertical recoil. AK-74 sacrifices rate of fire for controllable automatic fire. The initial recoil was negatively affecting the feeling of controllability. The AEK increased initial recoil, reduced aimed accuracy slightly. The AK has a very high rate of fire and also a large muzzle drift that makes control difficult. The low initial recoil allowed the player to kill before the weapon's weakness kicked in, while the reduced accuracy highlights its close range roll. Okay, so here's my big one I like. The F2000 reduced vertical recoil, increased zoomed accuracy slightly. As a bullpup, the F2000 has a bonus to accuracy on the move and from the hit, whilst its rate of fire sacrifices controllability for saturation. The previous changes were an overreaction. This is a corrective update. Okay, so I think the F2000 may be back to its former glory. The FAMAS, which obviously combines an extreme rate of fire with extreme recoil, makes it a very good, difficult weapon to use. I don't think the recoil is that bad at all on it, and all they've done in this update is to decrease the magazine size. So the FAMAS is now uniform on all platforms and now has the correct 25 rounds of magazine. So all that means, because of the quick rate of fire, means you'll be reloading constantly, which means with the F2000 being slightly better now, I think people may start going back to the F2000 and not using the overpowered FAMAS. So that'll be very interesting to see. Okay, there's a few SMGs and a lot of weapon accessories to go through, and also all the vehicle updates, and just a couple of updates on kind of team deathmatch, squad deathmatch, things like that. So I'll do that in another video. I know I've literally just not shut up in this one. Just there's so many changes. Try to get as many of them out as I can. Yeah, so there might have been a few guns I've missed there, and like I said, the SMGs I haven't got time for. So what I'll do is I will post the link once I have the next video up, and that will be with the vehicles, if there's any differences on the maps, the SMGs, the stuff like the accessories, the attachments and gadgets, as well. For example, you can no longer stand on the MAV and use the MAV to get up to those higher places where you couldn't get before. I don't really feel that took much away from the game, because all it did was make those snipers stand out. And I was able to kill more snipers than they would kill me. So, they fixed it, because it shouldn't be allowed to happen, but, it didn't take too much away from the game. But anyway, so thanks for watching this. Like I said, there's a lot more changes, and I will start to bring those out soon. So, yep, stay tuned for the next video, and I will see you soon. Thanks a lot. Goodbye.